Okay, we should be going live on YouTube, and let's go ahead and start the recording. All right, we're recording now. Welcome to another installment of Get a Clue in 52. This is a special festive edition. We are in the holiday season for sure. Let me say hello to Charlie and Sue, who are joining live right away. Let me make sure that we're going on YouTube and we're muted. Okay, we are good. All right, so this is tip number 51 overall. As you know, of 52. So one more week next week, and then we shut it down for the year. But we're on track to start right up again first week of January with a brand new book, a brand new Get a Clue in 52 book. This one's going to be the Entrepreneur Edition, and it's going to be co-authored with Vipul Dayal. So it might not be Sunday night. I think it's going to be Tuesday nights from now on instead of Sunday night. I have to match Vipul's pace, so I don't know if he can do Sunday nights, but that's neither here nor there tonight. Tonight, I'm in Las Vegas. I'm going to show you guys the scene that I'm in just a minute. It's pretty fantastic. I'm actually at a ballpark in Las Vegas, the new Las Vegas ballpark. I'm in a suite, a luxury suite, while there's this incredible like festival of lights going on. I'm going to show it to you guys in a minute. I kind of want to get to business first and read tonight's tip, but let me go ahead and reset. Get a Clue in 52 has 5 categories, 10 tips in each category. There's an extra 2 tips in the marketing section to give me a full year's worth. And tonight's 51 plus 52 last year, that's 103. Next week will be 104, 104 weeks in a row. I've read these tips. So each of these tips after tonight and next week will have been read twice. The second edition of this book, I changed the order, made some edits, corrected some things, made some improvements. But there's no reason for me to do this again for this book next year. I've done it 2 years in a row now. That's why we're writing a new Get a Clue in 52, 5 brand new categories, 52 brand new tips, all focused on entrepreneurialism. And these categories, we started way in the beginning of the year with communication. Then we went on to marketing and networking and sales, and now accountability. I don't know if it was particularly that order, but we're in accountability right now. And we've done 8 tips in accountability that I want to review for you real quick. And then we'll read tonight's tip, the 9th tip in the accountability section. And then we'll open it up to discussion and so forth. All right, are we ready to go? As an introduction, 8:02 p.m. I hope everybody's feeling festive. It is warm inside the suite. I want to go out there. I don't know if you can see on the other side of this glass, it'll be cooler out there, but I've got a couple family members out there. So we'll get it done in here and then I'll go out there to cool down. All right. Here we go. Tip number 1 in accountability. Tip number 1 was to look within. Start there. Look within. Don't try to hold anybody else accountable until you're ready to look within. I can't tell you how important that is. So many people use the word accountability when they're accusing somebody else of not having it. And that's okay if you know how to hold people accountable or know that you're held accountable or you can explain accountability to somebody. It's just, I want to move it away from this thing that we just accuse others of not having towards something that we're all looking within first when it comes to accountability. And then of course, integrity. And that's the second tip in the section is understand integrity. Same thing. Accountability, like integrity, is a word used when accusing others of not having it. And in my Klubi snack videos, hey, Patty, in my Klubi snacks, 12 days of Klubi, just so happened that today was inside job. Everything's an inside job. Look within. That goes for accountability overall, and especially integrity. Integrity is one of these words that people usually use when they're accusing somebody else of not having any. And I'm telling you, we need to look within at our own integrity. What are we integrating? Are we integrating? Do we know the things that we want integrated? Is it just be your word? I don't think so. There's so much more to say about integrity than that. So I lay out the 10-point model there, which is a preview of the book that I'm working on, the integrity game, that's due out in spring of 2022. So that's right. I'm going to release another edition of Get a Clue in 52 within a week or two. So it's ready for the first week of January. And then 3 months of marketing the integrity game to get everybody in the world that I could possibly get to all buy it on the same day, because I'd like that thing to be bestseller on Amazon for sure. So tip number 2 in the accountability section is a full preview of a book coming out in spring of 2022. Now, tip number 3 is goal setting. Goal setting is so important. It has its own point on the 10-point model, and it also has its own tip in the accountability section of Get a Clue in 52. And I turned smart into smart. We made smart smarter. S-M-double-A-R-T instead of just S-M-A-R-T. And then, so let's review. You've looked within, you've understood integrity, you've set goals. Now you're ready to look outside. That's tip number 4, for an external accountability source. Any accountability is better than no accountability. But if you're looking for accountability sources, why not look for somebody that knows what they're doing? Look for somebody that's been trained in accountability, that can teach it, that can explain it, that can do it stepwise, systematically, with power and grace, rather than just browbeating and authority and intimidation and so forth. All right. Tip number 5 is secure permission. Don't try to hold anybody accountable without their permission. I mean, if you do try to hold somebody accountable without their permission, it's accountability by force or authority or intimidation or bullying or something that just doesn't vibrate the way I like to vibrate. I digress. Secure permission. Tip number 6, we had a beautiful guest online with us a couple weeks back for tip number 6, authoring state of mind. It's something that we want to hold everybody accountable to inside of a coaching relationship, or if you're a leader and you have the skill set of behavioral intervention, then you want to hold your followers accountable to authoring their own state of mind. So much productivity and achievement and potential and so many other wonderful things are missed out on in this world because people let the mood that they're in keep them from doing what they're capable of, rather than authoring their mood to stay on track towards what they're capable of. So we had Kim Peterson on with us during that session because she's lifestyle branding, confidence, mindset coach, and she's just a gem. Her energy glows, very bright, and it was wonderful to have her on as a special guest for tip number 6. And then tip number 7 was gather tools of confrontation. You want to get people's permission, author your own state of mind, and be ready for the pushback that you're going to get when confronting others. And then you want a good toolbox. If you're going to confront, you want communication skills, understandings of drivers of inner psychology, understandings of the ingredients of persuasion, understanding ranges of emotional engagement or posture or storytelling or pattern interrupts. I can go on and on and on. There's a lot of tools of confrontation. There's a lot of communication strategy that you can employ and put into your toolbox that will help you confront people more powerfully, more gracefully. Keep them engaged, keep them in rapport, keep them excited about what they're doing while you're confronting them on their BS, their stories, and their excuses and so forth. I digress. Next, tip number 8 was last week, and that was find a way to love, right? Not like I love this hat or I love this environment, but like love, like the willingness to be vulnerable so either you or your beloved may grow. And be clear about this. If you're endeavoring to lead anybody or hold anybody accountable or be any sort of influence in somebody's life, you, especially when it comes to accountability, you better love them. I mean, like, because you're vulnerable. If you're trying to hold somebody accountable, they're going to push back. They're going to tell stories. They're going to slither and slide. They may lie to you right to your face to avoid the accountability. They may go into narratives, feed an emotional addiction. They may tantrum. They may, there's so many things somebody may do to avoid looking within in the work of accountability. So, the one thing, they better be paying you, or right. But if not, man, you better love people, because how on earth would you have the energy, the discipline, the patience, the compassion to stay with and hang with somebody when they're telling all those stories, unless you love them? When they're running that drama, running that pattern, feeding that emotional addiction, slipping, sliding, smoking and mirroring, bobbing and weaving, right? You got to like watch them do all of this, right? And like after a while, you're like looking at the clock. Like, anyway, I digress. Thank you for your smiles, Sue and Patty. It just warmed from my heart. All right, that brings us to tonight. Here we go. Tonight, 8:08 p.m. on the Pacific West Coast here. We're going to go ahead and read tip number 9, word for word, and it's not going to take me very long. Here we go. Stop calling it time management on page 126 in your second edition of Get a Clue in 52. Here we go. The number one strategy for time management is to set goals. If you do a great job with goal setting, you will make better decisions about what to do in time. Beyond that, you need to stop calling it time management for some very important reasons. Bullet point number 1. Time manages itself. Quite well, in fact. I encourage you to read a book by a future friend of mine, Mitch Albom, called The Timekeeper. The book is about a curse bestowed upon the first person to ever attempt to measure, parentheses, control or manage time. It is a tremendous read that will change your perspectives on time altogether. My suggestion here is to simply be humble and honest and to admit that we do not manage time, that time is a concept far beyond us, totally automated with no help from us humans. As a matter of fact, I'll stop the word for read. Charlie, if you're still with me there, buddy, Charlie.
I am here, Coach.
Okay. I believe there's a Klubi snack here, and it goes a little something like this. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
According to Coach Jeffrey, Father Time has been managing time, since the beginning of time. How's that for a Klubi snack? Father Time has been managing time since, the beginning of time. So I don't know what on earth makes us think that we manage time. What a crock. That's the after text. Did you get the Klubi snack, Charlie?
I got it, Coach.
Okay, thank you, my friend. All right, second bullet point, back to the word for word read. Second, what can we manage? Ourselves, our moods, our decisions, our actions, all of which occur in time. But can you see how the focus shifts towards accountability when we get honest about what we can truly or what we truly can manage? I love public speaking on this topic when I ask people to repeat after me if they have ever said out loud the things I say out loud, like, I don't have time. If only there were more time. I ran out of time. And then I go, I don't have self. Gotcha. You've never said that last one. If only there were more tasks. I ran out of purpose. If only there were more discipline in the day. Do you see what I'm getting at? When we look within at what we can control, we can be accountable. So most people call it time management as if it is the fault of time that we are underachieving. Finally, last bullet, when we say I need better time management, we have a victim mindset. Were we to say instead, quote, I need better decision management or self-management or task management or calendar management or purpose priority management, we would be demonstrating an accountable mindset. Stay accountable, my friends. There we go. There's a lot more I could say about time management, but I've said enough already. And now let me take you into this incredible environment. Let me show you what's happening in Las Vegas right now. I'm going to come out here and bring you out here and show you my brother-in-law and his wife. There's Julie. And now look at this, you guys. Oh my goodness. Can you see it?
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, so people are walking
Beautiful.
around down there and in the yonder, people are ice skating over there, and all of this is on the field of a baseball park in Las Vegas, the brand new place where the Aviators play. There's also an ice skating rink here where a minor A, I guess a minor league hockey team, but it's incredible. There's the Red Rock Casino right there, that building. If you're familiar with Vegas at all, that's the Red Rock Casino. And this is where baseball gets played in the summertime, but tonight it's a winter wonderland. People are ice skating and taking family pictures and cruising throughout the Festival of Lights. It's wonderful. And my sister-in-law and her husband got us this suite. So we're in this suite. It's catered with all of this food and beautiful. Anyway, it's a fun family time here in Vegas. So having showed you guys where I'm at and what's happening, and having read the tip, Get a Clue in 52, tip number 9 in accountability, number 51 overall. Let's open up the microphones and see if you guys have anything to talk about tonight. Thanks for joining. Sue, your mic is opened up. Do you have any questions, comments, anything?
Oh, I just like that winter wonderland.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah,
absolutely beautiful. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure my Zoom doesn't do it justice either. It's but I came with my backpack. I came ready to go. When you're committed, right? Accountability. 8 p.m. is 8 p.m. And I got the security. They had to do my pat down with my backpack and have me open up the electron. No laptops allowed. I'm like, but we have a suite up there and we're with a family of 20 people. They're like, all right, let's get the manager. I'm like, that's great. So communication skills get me through. They let me in. Laptop has to stay in the suite though. Okay. Anyway, yeah, Festival of Lights is fun.
Yeah, no, very, very good. Because of course it's summer here, so we don't have those winter.
Yeah, you know how often I went to Australia in a 2-year period, and the weather. Well, first of all, the toilet flushing the wrong direction. That was weird. And, anyway, but yeah, to go to like Australia in December and be like sweating hot. Like, I still don't understand. Excuse me. And we're in Southern California. So like, it's hard to talk about weather at all in the United States. When I'm talking to people in Chicago, anyway, I was on the phone yesterday with a guy in Pennsylvania. I'm like, I'm not going to talk weather, and I just don't understand the sweaty Santa. I just don't. Sweaty Santa. I mean, he's got the beard, first of all. He's got the furry suit. He's wearing the hat, and he's carrying all those toys. I mean, like, he's got to be schwitzing under there. Like, can you imagine the river of sweat on the folds of the belly for Santa? See, in America, Santa can layer up and be totally dry underneath. But in Australia, that dude's sweating. Anyway, I digress.
So what does he do from a time perspective then?
Santa doesn't worry about it. Santa's got bigger fish to fry. Santa lets Father Time take care of Father Time. Lets Mother Earth take care of Mother Earth. His jam is the North Pole, okay? And there's a sweet Cheech and Chong comedy bit about the magic dust that got Santa to fly around the whole world in one night. I digress. Thank you, Patty.
Oh my goodness. I think
Patty's like, I'm so bummed I laughed at that, but it was funny. Anyway, I do that to Patty a lot, by the way. My little Saturday Night Live kind of envelope pushing sense of humor, Well, anyway.
It just goes to show you where the holiday of Christmas came from, the northern climes,
Oh, right. Yeah, like people were so freezing that they got nutty and batty and cabin fever. Like, oh, we're going to make up this like fat man that's going to come and bring us gifts. I don't know. I'm a Jewish guy that married a Filipino Catholic. I don't understand any of this. All I know is don't lie, don't cheat, and don't steal. And call the rest whatever else you want. Anyway, I digress. Sue, what else? Any other comments? Get a clue in 52 here, a festive Sunday night. Number 51. Right, 51. One more for this. I mean, I've beat the hell out of this book. I tell you, 2 years. 2 years of reading from this thing every Sunday night. I'm ready to put it to rest and bring out the Entrepreneur's Edition. But we are talking about a serious subject. people. If you had $1 for every person you've ever heard complain about time management, you'd have a lot of money. And Patty, you've been in the room when I've done what I wrote about in the book, where I've said, all right, let's play a game, right? Called I've said that before game.
Right.
And where it's like, hey, if you've ever said out loud what you're about to hear me say out loud, then say it out loud after you hear me say it. And I'll get everybody into a rhythm. I'll get everybody lathered up. And it'll go to table. Chair, right? Like, movie. I don't have time. I wish there was more time. Oh, if there's only more time in the day. Oh, I don't have time for that. I don't have time. Oh, I'm struggling with time management. And everybody repeats it. Then it says, I wish I had more self.
Right.
And then and in the rhythm, people go, I wish I had. And you've never said that. Nobody's ever said, I wish I had more self. And nobody's ever said, I wish I had more discipline. Maybe people say that. I wish I had better prioritization. I wish I had more accountability in my life. I wish I was better at prioritization and goal setting. I wish that I knew what to say no to and what to say yes to. I wish I knew, to the exclusion of all other things, what the things were most important to me. But people never decide. People never make those decisions in their life. So they say time is the boogeyman that's out to get them. I'm trying to call bluff on that.
Yeah, but it's so true. And even like this time of year where it's festive season, celebration, it's really easy to go, oh, but I've got to do this and I've got to do that, and therefore I don't have time.
Yeah.
And even earlier today for me, I had to, I caught myself just whittling my day away, and I'm like, oh, hang on a sec, what's and coming back to some earlier tips of having So particularly coming back to tip 2, understanding integrity and becoming more conscious of what are my real goals and why are they my goals? And so how am I spending my day so that I have that sense of feeling good about what I'm doing, and I don't get to the end of the day and go, oh crap,
Yeah. Well,
where did that go?
Yeah,
I've got nothing to show for it.
Yeah, I love what you're saying there, Sue. This is what tonight is something I do free every Sunday night, and the tips in the book are surface scratchers for what we could go much deeper on, and where we do go deeper in things like one-on-one coaching, my coaching and leadership training, the group mentoring around my coaching and leadership training, or half or full day soft skills trainings, workshops and trainings that I deliver, where I go deeper on quote time management into more theory, more mindset, and then actual practices, strategies and practices. And I said here, I believe the number one strategy for time management is goal setting, like good goal setting, the way I teach goal setting, smart goal setting. If you set smart goals the right way, your brain knows that's a no, that's a no, that's a no, this is a yes, this is a yes, this is a yes. That's a no, that's a no. You've told yourself what you want, and your brain can then say no to anything that doesn't compute. This is so true with me right now. I'm so focused on the integrity game that I have a hard time doing anything else. I'm so focused on it that I really if I'm not able to work on the integrity game in some way, shape, or form, because this is my number one thing that I'm trying to get done, right? I get agitated. The guy came up, like, it's freezing in our house right now. Because I'll give you an example. The freezing in our house, the circuit blew on the motherboard. So our central heat isn't turning on. It's been like almost 2 weeks. We're blanketing up and we're freezing, and I work from home, so I'm freezing all day long. And finally, we call the home warranty company. The guy comes out to check it out. And I'm working on the integrity game at my home office, and he's coming and he's trying to tell me what's wrong with the thing. And I didn't want to break my rhythm. I didn't even want to. And I've looked at him and I said, what's next? He wanted to explain it. He wanted to tell me what a good job he had. I'm like, what's the very next step? I need to get back to work right now. Like, I'm not even hearing what you're saying. You're talking, but my mind is at the computer. What's the next step? I don't mean to be rude, but I didn't have any bandwidth to pay attention to anything else. If I wasn't as focused on it in the past, I might have BS'd with him and shot the crap, hey, good job, man. Oh, you must, hey, can I make you a cup of coffee? Hey, do you have a busy day? What are you doing? I might have been, but no. There's a time and a place for everything. I'm so focused on what I'm doing right now. I believe goal setting is the number one strategy. But the reason I say that we go deeper in training, we go deeper in one-on-one coaching, we go deeper in group mentoring, you go deeper in workshops, is because there's more technique, there's more skill set, there's more to do. But what you triggered, Sue, when you said what you said, is, and I'll share this with you. Normally I reserve this for the training or a workshop, but I'll share it with you. I have 2 goals every day in my life. Well, I mean 3. One is to wake up and figure out how I deserve my wife and kids. That's number 1. I want to know that I deserve my wife and kids. You know that. I'm just the luckiest dude in the planet. That's number 1. Okay. But then number 2 is when I stop working, I want to stop working guilt-free. And when I go to sleep at night, I want to go to sleep guilt-free. And so now, what are all the time, discipline, calendar, priority, decision management strategies that I employ in order to make sure that I can stop working or go to sleep guilt-free? And it doesn't happen every day. Sometimes I'm going to sleep and my wheels are spinning about stuff I wanted to do, didn't do. But that doesn't happen a lot, at least not the last 10, 15 years that I've shifted my perspectives on who's really managing time and what do I really need to manage. It's not time. Time's going to, it's 8:24, whether I'm saying something good or not, It's 10:24, whether you guys are here or not. What I have to manage is what I do in time. Time's going to take care of itself. But my goal is to stop working guilt-free and to go to bed guilt-free. Like if I can't stop working guilt-free, then there's more work I need to do. And what am I guilty about? Why did I put it off? Why isn't that done yet? Why don't I just do that first? Whatever is going to make me guilty at the end of the day and make me believe I need to keep working, why don't I just get that done at the beginning of the day? And so there's all kinds of other perspectives on, gems and get the big stuff done first, and weeds grow on their own, and it's up to us to create the good stuff. There's so many different perspectives and techniques and strategies on this topic. But it's my job to scratch the surface and provoke your thoughts tonight. Now, we're at 8:25 p.m. and Get a Clue in 52. This is the tip number 51 this year, 103 in a row. Next week will be the last time I come on live. So now you can go into the Get a Clue in 52 group on Facebook and see 52 videos, plus all these flyby coaching videos that I've been pushing this year. And then you can go to my YouTube channel and you'll be able to see 52 videos, same topics, but I'm using different examples maybe because I'm at a different time and stage in my life. Oh my God, things are so much different in my life than when I started doing this in January of 2020. So different. Like my parents were alive. I was, 50% owner of a business that I've since sold my interest in. I can keep going, right? Those are two major things, right? So it's exciting, to wind up the year and be festive. Again, the lights are all around us. Let me give you another peek at those babies. Woo! From the box, a skybox at Las Vegas Baseball Stadium. All right, comments, questions, anything from you guys? Anything else?
Well, Coach Jeff, you actually just provoked a whole lot of thoughts here now.
Well, I do that all the time, I guess.
Yeah, you're really good at it. You just put things in different perspectives that gives you a different insight and provokes your thoughts that, what have I been doing? So now you start thinking about it. And what I like most is what has worked is when you start implementing these small little steps at a time. And I must thank you a hell of a lot for that.
Well, a hell of a you're welcome.
You mentioned ice rink there, and I was like going, yo, I wish I were there. But then the cold of the States, no, thank you. The ice rink, yes.
I'm sweating. They got the temperature so controlled in here. I'm very warm. I've got bundled up. I've had to take off my hat to let my head breathe. Maybe I'm thinking so much. Nothing grows on nothing grows on a busy street. It's very warm.
Exactly.
I don't know if you see steam coming off. If I go outside, you might see steam coming off my head. Anyway, what else, Charlie? Questions or comments?
No, it's just wanted to comment that we find so many things to do, and what I've learned from you as well is just prioritize. Manage your priorities, and then you will see the day through. What I do really like is the three methods or three steps that you really pay attention to, and they make a hell of a lot of sense. That when you stop working, you got to stop working guilt-free and not feel guilty that you haven't done anything that you have set out to do.
Mm-hmm. So the value of that is if you make that your goal, if that's a core value, that every day when I decide I am not working anymore, that will be a guilt-free decision, right? Yeah. That's a guilt-free decision. So if you set that as a goal, as a priority, now it informs every other decision you make on the way there. Your brain starts saying, well, all right, well, what do I need to accomplish in order to stop working guilt-free?
Yeah.
Or what else do I need to do around the home in order to go to bed guilt-free? So to stop working guilt-free and to go to bed guilt-free, now your brain's going to be like, all right, well, what do I need to accomplish? And then if you get answers to that, you might be able to prioritize them in the beginning of the day instead of the end of the day.
Absolutely.
Sue's example that she just offered us, she caught herself, what did you say? Whittling the day? What was it, Sue?
Yeah, whittling the day away.
whittling the day away, but you became aware of it. You're like, oh, what am I doing? You caught yourself. Most people don't, right? And hopefully you course corrected and got more productive or got to a guilt-free place, right? So, do you see it? Did I tie that in? Did I feed back on that well enough for you, Sue? Because I'm going back to Charlie and letting Charlie finish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm good, Coach Jeff. It made a lot of sense.
That's it. That's all you got? No, come on, Charlie. You usually have more than that. Nah. Patty, what's
Well,
happening?
I wouldn't mind another Kluby snack.
Well, I heard that. I tell you what, I'm doing 12 days of Kluby, right? We've posted
Love them.
seven
I'm
in a
enjoying
row.
them.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
enjoying them.
I'm getting some good feedback on them. They're fun. I actually did it last year as well, but I have different eyeballs on them this year, which is fun. Patty, you've opened up your mic. What have you got for us?
Well, I just want to, thank you for that. I've run out of self. There's self. I mean, every time I hear you say that, and now I say it to people, it's such a good, humorous way to get people to really look at the difference between, sort of like an excuse versus a reason why.
That sounds Quebecian, Patty. Mind the gap. What's the difference between an excuse and a reason? Well, one exists, the other one doesn't. There are no excuses. There's always reasons, but the same reason you're giving for not doing the da-da-da-da-da is the same reason that you're not going to get blah, blah. You're not excused. You're just given the same reason. Anyway, I digress. Keep going, Patty.
Well, no, I mean, I just love that every time we come to that about the self, because people do want to be victims to time. They really, it's sort of like society sets it up that way, and Christmas like magnifies it, the holidays, people want to send out cards and do gifts and go to parties and wrap presents. And like I have to buy batteries for my great nephew's presents, it's like you have to prioritize in order to get everything done on time. And it's just very easy for people.
It's so funny. Get everything done on time. And now I'm like, says who? According to what? Like,
well,
when does the
done on Christmas?
When which of my arms will fall off if I don't? What I just like, I got to tell you, now I'm looking around to see if any of the younger kids are around, and I don't see any of the younger ones, so maybe they're coming in now. But the whole, I'm not going to elaborate. I'm not going to be able to elaborate because all the kids are coming back in. But the whole elf on a shelf thing, okay, that's I think that teaches us to lie to our children.
I don't know that.
And I digress. All right, yeah. Well, I'm not going to explain it now. They're all here. All right, look, this is amazing. All the kids, everybody's rocking and rolling. Hey, everybody. Well, it's kind of dark. Yeah, they can't hear you right now because I got the headset on. But it's 12 cousins. It's a wonderful thing that's happening. My wife,
let you go hang.
Well, there's Abby. Let's get on. Hang on, Abby. Can you guys hear us? I get off the headset. Let's see. Hang on. Let me adjust the audio real quick. Hear me? Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, we can.
All right.
Hey,
so
Abby.
Hi, Abby.
Hi. Looks like she's having fun.
Oh, yeah, it's mutual. Fun has her too.
Yeah.
They're Abigail and Fun have this really mutual relationship. Yeah. Yeah. So it's a fun holiday season. It's a wonderful time in her life. She's a freshman in high school and she's got a big brother, AJ, there that's a junior, and all of their friends talk about each other too. Anyway, lots of fun stuff. So all the cousins get together. Marianne has 3 older brothers, 1 younger sister. So there's a total of 12 cousins in the family. So it's amazing every year that Auntie Jane hosts when we all come to Vegas and all the cousins get to be together. And it's quite wonderful. So it's not going to keep me from doing my Sunday night thing as I'm here with you guys on Get a Klu in 52 Sunday night. Feeling all right. This is tip number 51 tonight. Tip number 9 in the accountability section. So 1 more next week and we'll be done. Do you guys want to see a quick preview of the book cover for the next Get a Klu in 52? Check this out. Maybe you guys can give me some feedback too. Hey, there it is.
Wow.
It's a little crowded, but we want the light bulbs to indicate. So I think both Vipul and I can maybe be shorter a little bit to create more breathing room for these light bulbs. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Or can you just shrink the light bulbs a little bit?
Well, yeah, but the goal is that they're labeled with the 5 categories of the book.
Okay.
So, but and practical guide to expanding self and business. I gotta change that a little bit. But entrepreneur edition, we want it to pop a little bit more. What do you guys think?
I love it.
I think it's awesome, Coach Jeff. But as you said, yourself and Vipul getting a little bit shorter or lower, and then highlighting and increasing the size of the bulbs so that the
I
little
don't think
topic should
Vipul
be
and I-
more legible.
Yeah, I don't think Vipul and I need to be as big. I think we could come down, maybe get a 25% reduction in the size of us. And then
Yes.
that'll create a little more breathing room for those light bulbs that highlight the categories. But that's what
Yes.
we're dealing with. And you guys check this out. Does anybody know this person right here, Patty Blakesley?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, Patty.
Might just happen to be a pretty awesome lady.
Yeah.
Is
So
that one of my angels?
Take that.
Well, Patty, as you guys know, when I stopped sharing, Patty wrote what was on the back of Get a Clue at 52 for the 2nd edition, and I just took that and tweaked it for the 3rd edition. So even though I edited it, she still gets the credit and is associated with the
Very sweet
book.
of you. Thank
And
you.
well, it warms my heart, Patty. I mean, the attention that you pay to what I do professionally, and your contributions are always welcomed, and find a way. It's nice for me that they're there. They're going to be in the book ongoing. And Vipul was really happy with it too, because he thinks the world of you as well. Now I'm going to go ahead and do last call. Last call for comments, questions, contributions to tonight's installment of Get a Clue in 52. Tip number 9 from accountability. Tip number 51 overall. Last call for comments, questions, jokes, stories, anecdotes, well wishes, anything like that.
Hey, just Merry Christmas to everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, Merry Christmas
Yeah.
to you as well. It's wonderful.
Merry Christmas to
Yeah.
everyone, and
Yeah.
enjoy Vegas.
And
And the
thank
lights.
Yes.
Well, like I said,
And,
it's mutual. Vegas is going to enjoy me. I'm going to enjoy Vegas. It's always mutual.
Yeah. And have fun with
And have
family.
have one on me, Coach Jeff.
Oh, we'll do, Charlie, for sure. Raise a glass. It warms my heart that you guys are here with me on a Sunday night. Enjoy the rest of your holiday seasons. We'll see you next week for the last tip of the year, the last tip of the book, and then we'll do a new book starting in January. It's going to be a fun year, 2022. All right, you guys ready to seal it with a kiss? Get a Clue 52 signing off. Oh, this is my favorite part. Here we go. All right. Good night, you guys. Thanks, everyone.
Have a great day and a great week, everyone. Bye,
Thank
my
you.
angels.